All right. I think we are live right now. So let's just get started here. Um, anyways, last time we worked on this bottle right here, got a peach schnapps going. Yeah, so we're just gonna keep working on it. Sorry if you guys don't like the Sonic music because it's the only copyright-free music I can listen to right now that I like. If you guys have any suggestions for playlists or something like that on Spotify, I can look around and see. But yeah, so this is what we came up with last time. Got a peach schnapps going. Let me check my checklist here. So we're kind of just going through and trying to, cover each of our bases so that we can make a sizable list of cocktails off the first demo. So we are going to start with a new one today. And I'm thinking, we have vodka, we have gin, we have tequila, we have rum, we have whiskey, bourbon whiskey as well, and a good selection of liqueurs. And we also have brandy, at least cognac right now. We have a nice cognac brandy. Um, we're missing some things, like we don't have mezcal. I could do all the different types of tequilas, but we're also going to be doing a bunch of different types of gins. Um, Don't have a Scotch either. I'm missing Tennessee whiskey, Japanese whiskey, so on and so forth. I'm thinking those are things that we'll cover when we get there. But for now, I think that maybe we keep covering, more liqueurs. As at the end of the day, aside from flavored cocktails, most cocktails are going to be made with, you know, they are going to be made with the liqueurs to get the flavor forward. So let's go ahead and do a new bottle here. So I'm thinking, um, let's see on our list. We got, what have we made? Chambord. Oh, I wrote down Di Serrano, but we already did Di Serrano. I'm just kind of grouping Di Serrano and Amaretto together. I know they're technically one's an Italian liqueur and one's an Amaretto, but we're just gonna group it together in the meantime, and we can always separate that out later. But at our bar, I kind of interchange them if I have them. So, what are some staples that we need? I could work on a Chambord. It's not really used in a whole lot of cocktails. I kind of covered all the main ones like apple pucker, watermelon pucker, blue curacao, melon liqueur, triple sec, peach schnapps, amaretto, Kahlua. Maybe we do Irish cream like Bailey's, or we could do a Jägermeister or some sort of fireball. Um, or we could do something totally different today. We could actually work on character sprites because this game's not just going to be bartending, but we're going to do bar management as well in the game, which is going to require some sprite work and a lot of world building. But actually, I think that maybe we pump out a bottle first, and then we can move forward with that in a bit. Also, if anybody's in the chat, I am my second monitor's broken, so can't really read the chat unless I toggle between it. But unless I can find a way to anchor it out, actually, let me see. Let's do a quick chat pop out. Maybe I can. Let me try something really quick, actually. Let's see here. Before we get going on this, just gonna There has to be a way to pin this, right? It's T. And then oh, okay, so it says Windows plus Control plus T. Okay, it's not working at all. We'll try one more time. So it says Windows Control T. Frustrating. You know what? Screw it. Let's get working. Let's get working. Okay. So let's think about this. What are some popular cocktails that use liqueurs? I mean, maybe we just do mezcal. I think that would be a good way to go because that way we will have covered pretty much all of our base spirits aside from scotch, but you know, that's a whiskey and we could always cover that later. But mezcal is kind of its own thing for stuff like Oaxacan old fashions and margaritas and El Presidentes and so on and so forth. So we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll start with a mezcal here. And let me find some reference images here so we know that mezcal is made from the Oaxacan plant, or it's made in Oaxaca from the espadin plant. My apologies. Let's see. So, kind of looking at these mezcal bottles, there's really no rules, it seems like. Except for the fact that all of them are pretty much including Spanish names. I like this Illegal bottle, but at the same time, I feel like its label kind of mimics what I did with the Well Rum. Let's see here. At our bar, we use Union, but ooh, you know what? I kind of like these bottles here. God, I can't really tell what it is. The label for it is kind of odd. You know what? We'll just go with it. Okay, so first of all, let's get rid of all this nonsense. And maybe I can anchor this like this. Okay, well, I guess I'll have that here in case I do see people in the chat, but not the biggest fan of it right now. Anyways, okay. So it looks like I kind of like the idea of the skinnier bottle. So we will keep this bottle shape. Ooh, we want to start with the glass outline actually. Let's toggle that background. So let's start by, first of all, down here, we're gonna get rid of this a little bit. Just kind of bring it straight down for now, and then we can always fix the bottle shape later. Yes, I know that's a harsh 90 degrees, but like I said, we'll fix it in a little bit. So ignore me, my sniffling. I think I'm picking up something. Everyone around here's been getting sick, so you know. Of course, now it's my turn. Especially right after yesterday, I was telling someone that I hadn't gotten it yet. All right. So this still already looks a little bit too wide for me. So I like to keep the inside even, just because that's kind of bring it in twice and see how skinny it is after that. Um, yeah, that'll do. I think the height's fine though, and you know, we'll keep the neck like that. All right, and then let's just fix all this. All right, I'm liking that shape. Just moving that up there so I can color grab that in a second. All right, kind of like this, and then we'll hit that. Cool. All right, basic bottle shape out of the way. Think that that'll have to do. Oh, let's fix this actually. All right, and then let's just throw a pixel in there. All right, it's kind of looking like a wine bottle, but honestly, the reference image I have over here is, I mean, this is kind of how they just all look. Now let's mess with the bottle fill. Some mezcals actually, they seem to be more. How do I say this? They seem to be more like a yellowy tint or a clear tint. Um, so, whoa. So, just for a little bit of difference, I think I might go for that yellowy tint. But if we don't like it, we could always mess with it again later. Okay, it's kind of hard to see. Seems like our bottle fill is like the exact same color as the side of the bottle here. All right. We'll set the opacity back down in a little bit. And then obviously we're gonna have to fix that. I'm thinking I might want a little bit more roundness down here later, but again, we will fix that in a little bit. All right. Oh man, I'm not sitting at my desk here today, so it's seating arrangement is kind of hurting my back, low key. Loke. All right. Highlights. I mean, honestly, we could literally just bring this in. Oop. Let's bring it in twice. That looks better. Oop. And that's gonna have to be a little bit more slant. This looks fine though. Yeah, honestly, just that already looks fine for now. All right, so this is our peach label from the previous bottle we did yesterday, but we're gonna. I'm thinking I'm just gonna totally scrap it because the idea the idea for today is we are making the mezcal, and I'm liking this like Aztec-y pattern that some of these bottles have. So let's just mess around for a little bit and see if we can kind of recreate it. Let's see. I'm just pulling up a little bit of that Mexican Aztec pattern and see if I can't get something similar here. It's like a little bit of the diamond and the triangles and all that. So yeah, we can just kind of move in here. All right, it doesn't matter the color we do. I'm kind of just gonna. So I'm thinking about doing like a little border of these. But maybe we make it a little bit bigger. So we'll grab this. I have an idea. All right. So like I said, the bottles that I typically make, and it's okay if we're gonna have this overlapping here. So when I make these bottles, I like it to be even on the inside, just so that it's helpful for wording and spacing and keeping it even, because that's just the way I like it. Okay. And I'm hoping later when I actually start viewing the inventory system, having everything even sizes will help me determine a maximum weight and centering out the bottles as opposed to putting a pixel in the middle of a pixel grid. But that's besides the point. We're just gonna. Oh. All right. So. All right. I kind of like this. Oh, you know what? So. So from what I understand, a lot of the Mexican culture has these bright colors going on. There we go. I'm just gonna get rid of this just because it's distracting me a little bit. So we'll fix out a new one in a bit. So a lot of Mexican. It seems to have a little bit of this like cyan vibe going on here. Oh, you know what? If you guys ever seen like Indiana Jones, you know how it's often like that Aztec face with the like the tongue sticking out of the mouth is what I see a lot. So I'm thinking maybe we can recreate that here. Um, First of all, this is a little bit too low, so we can bring this up a little bit. So now I'm just going to kind of draw a little bit, oops, with my black and kind of see what we can get going here. So what I'm talking about is 5, 6. All right. So I'm talking about a little bit is like they often do like this type of ordeal where it's like I don't know why I'm saying they, so Aztecs are still around anymore, but it's like hmm. We'll go with something. You know, we might have to lower this mouth a little bit. Change the shape a little bit. Yeah, I think we'll lower this all just a pixel. Hmm. Maybe we just bring it out another pixel here. So I kind of see this pretty frequently. And then 2, 3, 4. All right. Maybe instead of doing that. All right, let's just get the eyes in here. keep tabbing in and out of OBS. All right, let's see. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I have an idea. Maybe we do this and we make some big ears here, and these are kind of like the earrings falling down. So let's do this. Let's drop this down. Bring this whole face down a little bit. There we go. Thinking that this mouth thing that I've got going here needs to come up. Alright, well, let's keep moving. And then oftentimes it seems like there's like a crown happening, so maybe I can get that, capture that a little bit here. I'm thinking the eyes need to be a little bit bigger. Alright, I'm liking it. It's getting there at least. Alright. Let's do a little bit of this crown here a little bit. I'm thinking I'm not liking the way that it's going up to the circle. I'm thinking maybe it tapers down. Hmm. We'll fix some of these facial features again later. Um, Maybe we come in and then bounce out. I think maybe we tighten this up a little bit too. Let's just follow the pixel maybe. See how it looks. Hmm. This looks a little awkward, so maybe instead we don't perfectly follow the pixel. Maybe we just get rid of this whole thing. Oop. And we can try something different. I'm thinking this mouth is looking good. Okay, it's looking cooler. I'm thinking this bottom mouth part where the tongue is a little bit too long. Oop. Yeah, I think that looks a lot better. And then maybe instead of just tapering this down, and then we can just kind of follow this like this. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Mm. All right, I like this. We just gotta fix this a little bit. Yeah, we'll mess with that in a second. I want to keep working on this crown idea here. So I'm thinking that we might need to move this all down. Maybe we bring the mouth out a little wider. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Every time I add a detail, I seem to like it a little bit more. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Thinking the tongue's a little too long. What if I do this? Kind of just black this out a little bit. Yeah, I'm digging that. Let's just. Do we like that? Or is it? I think it's almost better like that. Alright. Just do like a little bit of some sort of like design here. Okay. I like that. I like that. Alright. Another thing I wanted to do was from the mezcal bottle. These are a little bit too yellow for my taste, so we'll bring down the contrast of it. Not yellow enough. I'm thinking maybe we do something like this. Maybe not that exactly. Maybe we do something like okay. All right, so now we need to fill this in. So what color do I? Maybe we just start with the base, like papyrus E white. start here, and then just a G. Oh. Okay, I like that. And then we put the label details here in the middle. So I guess, what's the name of like an Aztec god? Or Mayan? Oh my god, these names are so long. Um, Shoot. Maybe we just take this guy. Tlaloc. Okay, maybe we'll just. I think we'll probably go with that. Um, you know what? Short. Maybe I can do it myself. shoot. Maybe. We'll put this on a new layer. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe go like this. Yeah, that looks good. We'll bring the tongue up just to 1. We'll bring it up 2. Okay. I like it. All right. I'm digging this. I'm thinking though, they also use a lot of this cyan color. A little bit bright. Yeah. A little bit of like this. Let me just quickly shave off anything outside. And then maybe we move this all down and give the Mayan head a little bit of a headdress, or the Aztec, or whatever I'm going for here. Alright, so we gotta get a little blend of green and cyan here. Actually, And then I like the idea of maybe making this like a stone headdress. Ooh, maybe we make the eyes like red. That would look cool. This definitely needs to move down, but I'm liking what we got here so far. Anyways, though, let's get that glowing redness in the eyes. Yeah, I think I dig that. Alright, and then I'm thinking we finish the bottom with a bit of an Aztec pattern going on. And then we just kind of repeat this pattern along the bottom here. It is 8 wide, so I suppose we can start it from over here. All right. Now I feel like this is pretty good. But it all definitely needs to move down, so. Like that is a good spot for it. Alright, and then kind of want to grab this and. Yeah, I kind of like that. Although I feel like for the wording, there's all this extra space down here that we could use. Or just. Yeah, I feel like just because of the theming of this one, I usually don't like to do borders, but it seems like it fits. Wait, I messed up something on the symmetry here. This side looks great, but this side looks wrong. Oops. It's okay, it's fixable. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Okay. That looks right. Alright. So I'm liking what we got here. I'm thinking to stick with this theme right here of the shading. We follow it just on the outside of these. All right, I'm digging this. I like this bottle. All right, so I'm digging this big time. I'm thinking that we literally just take this and make it this part up here. Oop. Maybe we flip it upside down. Oop. And just stretch it out. All right, and then I really like this tea that we did earlier. So I'm gonna grab this and kind of do the tea, but a little bit wider. Maybe make it a little thicker too. You know, maybe I feel like this needs to be stretched out a little bit more. That's a little too far. Alright, and then we can bring this back here. And then I feel like if we just bring up the feathers a little bit more. Yeah, that looks right. And then let's just bring this T up. I know I keep making my mind up a little bit here and there. But let's see. So from the top we got 7 pixels. From the bottom we got 6 pixels. So let's just take this entire thing, push it up 1. Bring this boy up 1. Maybe I'm doing this wrong, but so 6 there, 6 there. And maybe, I've been thinking about this, but I think I'm just going to do it. I like the idea of putting this in the background of the feather there. So let's do this. Does that look normal? I think if I'm gonna do that, I gotta bring out this green here, just a little bit wider. No, it doesn't need it. Really. I think that's just perfect enough. I think once we put the shadows in, it'll all look a lot better. Right, so first things first. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Cool, and then let's just quickly mess with this. All right. We got to fix the bottom here, but let's fix the bottle fill. Set it to standard 73. And then let's mess with All right. Once we get the bottle shading in there for the bottle fill, we'll do it a lot better. But I'm thinking, so in my reference image here, I think we have a cool label, but a lot of my bottles that I'm looking at here for Mezcal, I mean, a lot of them are clear, but some of them have that nice yellow tint to it. I like that idea. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I dig the idea of the yellow tint, just the way it is. So we're gonna just go ahead and try it out, see what happens. Grabs this, boom. And slowly but surely, we are getting there. So it looks like piss right now, but I'm hoping that when I drop it down to 73, yeah, it's still a little bit too bright. I think that what we're gonna need to do is bring this to be a little bit of a darker tone. Hmm. Oh, that's kind of capturing what I needed to. Kind of like what I had before. And then we can set the shadows to that. All right. Nothing particularly extra special about this one. All right. What do we think? I think that it looks. Oh wait, you know what? It's missing that extra layer. Whoops. There we go. I'm thinking that this is pretty much done. What do we think? Would you drink that brand? I think I'd drink that brand. Whew. It's kind of capturing everything I wanted from it. I know I gotta do my cheeky picture for a second here. There we go. And now we have ourselves a bottle of Tlaloc. Because apparently that is the Aztec god of, let's see here, rain, lightning, thunder, fertility, and agriculture. You know, not really at all associated with alcohol, but, you know, agriculture, we can talk about how that boosts the Espadine plant. You know what, sue me. I just like to get a little creative with it sometimes. What can I say? And if you ask for my professional opinion, I would say that it came out pretty well. Well, I guess with that, I'm gonna hop on OBS. I gotta export it, but I don't need you donkeys looking at my computer file architecture. So we will just mute that for a second while I export this. All right. And now we have that bad boy exported. Rad. I think they came out with a pretty good bottle. I'm not gonna lie. For Mezcal, I would like to say that I kind of slayed. With that. And the cool thing is with that, I believe that all of our base spirits are going to be done now. Let me take a peep ski at the in my old sprite file. Bum. All right. So I say we handle a new bottle. Although I am getting the itch for a little bit of animation. All right. I think I might end the stream and start a new one in a minute. Cause I need Janky's hungry right now. Janky needs to eat. So I think Janky's gonna do that, and then we'll attack the next bottle in around 30 minutes. So with that, I will catch all zero of you, all my real ones on the flip side, and yeah, we'll strike the iron while it's hot in just a few minutes. But the blacksmith in this analogy needs munchies.